Welcome to a YouTube video on the Talking Blues podcast, the Chelsea FC podcast. I think that's our full name, YouTube channel. I am Josh, not joined by my co-hosts Alex or Peter today. They're on their Thanksgiving little break here. But, I got to keep the content going. I'm wearing the Chelsea blue. I got a little sweatshirt here. I was like, do I wear my Chelsea jersey? Do I wear or kit? Do I wear the Chelsea sweatshirt? I decided to go with the sweatshirt, and we decided as a group, although they're not here right now, we decided instead of doing the previews, because I don't know, we thought the previews and recaps, it was just too frequent for us, and with school, it's kind of piling up. So we were kind of thinking, you know what? What if we do the previews as separate YouTube videos to kind of get YouTube content out there? So that's going to be our plan, hopefully going forward. For most matches, Premier League mainly, we will do our lineup previews as well as our score predictions on here. And then you can check out, hopefully they'll also be recorded, the reaction episodes that might be audio. I hope I'm looking at the camera, by the way, too. I'm trying my best here. I got the light going. I don't know if it looks completely good, but I'm trying my best. So I'm going to give you some injury updates because there is a lot to get into when it comes to Chelsea injuries. Unfortunately, coming off this 4-0 absolute amazing match for Chelsea SC in the Champions League, as it shows that we will progress. And I think we play Zenit in our final match, and we can hopefully win the group itself. But I know we advance now to the round of 16 in the Champions League, so that's amazing. And now we go against Ronaldo, I think for the first time in the Premier League, and his new club of Manchester United, excuse me. So I have injury updates, I have my lineup predictions, and I also have my score prediction on there. So I will get to that. So let's see, what can we first talk about here? So Chelsea injury updates. I'm just going to have it on the side. So I'm kind of looking back and forth, looking at you, the audience and the camera, and then my notes here. So the first thing, Ben Chilwell, really, really big news, unfortunate news regarding Chelsea's left wing back, Ben Chilwell. He suffered a year-ending ACL injury against Juventus. Now, year-ending meaning year-ending for 2021. That does not mean season or campaign ending for this 21-22, right? Obviously, 21 goes into the year 2022. So just for the year, he'll be out. Once the new year begins, which is going to be in 6 weeks approximately, Thomas Tuchel came out in his press conference today and said that in 6 weeks, Chelsea is going to reevaluate and see if surgery is needed. So 6 weeks, he's going to take a break, rest, obviously ACL injury, very big deal. So 6 weeks he's off. In the new year, they'll reevaluate if surgery is needed, right? That's if surgery is needed, he'll be out for the rest of the 21-22 season. If surgery is not needed, then he'll be back in the Chelsea squad eventually, but that'll be into 2022. So that's the first piece of injury news. The second piece of injury news, and we have a lot, like I said, Mateo Kovacic, the midfielder for Chelsea FC, he's going to be out for this Manchester United match due to a hamstring injury. That came out from Thomas Tuchel today. Another center midfielder is going to be N'Golo Kante, the best midfielder in the Premier League and maybe in football as well. What a great, nice, cool guy he is, N'Golo Kante. Most likely due to a twisted knee is a major doubt for the Manchester United match. That came out as well from the Thomas Tuchel press conference this morning. Mason Mount, another name on the sheet here. That's 4 in this list. Will most likely start due to him coming off the bench against Juventus after having the dental surgery that kept him out, I think, for a little bit. He should be ready to go. I have him in my lineup prediction to give you a little preview to that later in the video. So he is in there. Next up, Christian Palisic. He started versus Juventus. I believe he came off the bench versus Leicester as well last week. And so he should be able to play. Again, he's in my lineup prediction as well. I'm kind of giving my whole lineup prediction out here. But he's been dealing with injuries, very injury prone player, but right now he's healthy and he looks to be starting. against Manchester United, or it depends on who you're talking to. Another injured player, Kai Havertz, the whatever you want to call it, striker, central attacking midfielder. He's fit to play against Manchester United, which is a very good sign for Chelsea. That came out of the Thomas Tuchel press conference this morning after he picked up a hamstring injury against Leicester last weekend. So he is fit to return. Tuchel also stated the biggest news probably, striker Romelu Lukaku is near a full return for Chelsea. He's been in their training sessions. And when replying to a question on the striker, Tuchel said, quote, yes, he's fit. So we might see him for a few minutes. I think he was actually trying to get him like 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the Juventus match. Just didn't happen. We'll have to see if it happens this weekend. I'm recording this Friday night, so I didn't want to say tomorrow, but I guess when this video comes out tomorrow, we will see if tomorrow on Sunday, whenever you're watching this video, if Romelu Lukaku will start. Okay. Got all the injury updates out of the way. Let's go into this match. Chelsea playing Manchester United Sunday, November 28th at 11:30 a.m. here EST in the United States for me. And then everyone watching in the UK, that's going to be at 4:30 p.m. Right now, the win probability chances 61% Chelsea will win, 22% of a draw, and Manchester United at 17%. Chelsea sit nicely in first in the Premier League, 3 points clear of Manchester City. The last 5 have been 4 wins and a draw. 4 wins and a draw for Chelsea. And then for Manchester United, it hasn't been so good this season. They're in 8th with 17 points. Also at 17 points is Brighton. So that tells you where Manchester United, nothing against Brighton, but that tells you where Manchester United is this season. Okay, Chelsea lineup. It's going to be the Thomas Tuchel 3-4-2-1. If you're winning 4-0 against Juventus, there's no reason to change up a 3-4-2-1. Although it's going to look a little different due to all these injuries. First, not going to look so different. Mendy in goal. Edouard Mendy, our solid, very good goalkeeper in net, even great goalkeeper in net. The back 3, Christensen, Silva, Rudiger. Looks like Silva was a little injured, I want to say, against Juventus. Unbelievable stop on goal. You could say that was Mendy's fault, but we don't need to worry about it. It would have been a 1-0 Juventus scoreline. But because of our amazing 37-year-old center back in Thiago Silva, he did not make it, or it was not a 1-0 game at that point. A diving stop on the goal line. I don't know if you've seen the picture of Silva, great angle of the clearance. It was just amazing. So great job by Thiago Silva. Back 3, Christensen, Silva, Rudiger. Then to the 4, Reece James, Jorginho, no Mateo Kovacic. I'm going to actually have Loftus-Cheek, which he has been good for Chelsea so far this season. So I have him there with Jorginho in the center of midfield position, and no Ben Chilwell, as we know. So we will be seeing a lot of Marcus Alonso coming up, and he's been pretty good for Chelsea. Not that much time so far this season. Saw him a little bit last season. And sometimes Thomas Tuchel, didn't really trust Chilwell, had Alonso in there more. Maybe that was, I feel like it's compounding season. Maybe it was like in the beginning of this year where we didn't see Chilwell that much and Alonso started a lot of time. I think it was this year. So we've actually seen a good amount of Marcus Alonso. He's been pretty consistent. I have no problem with him there. 2 up front. Mason Mount, I think Christian Palisic gets the start as well. Mason Mount, he's already been doing fine, and Christian Palisic obviously started against Juventus, so he should be fine. Both of them, I think, starting. You could debate with me, CHO, Callum Hudson-Odoi starting there, but I just have Christian Palisic. That's who I have there. And up front, it's not Romelu Lukaku, although I do see Romelu Lukaku coming off as a sub, or coming on as a sub in this match for Timo Werner. I think Timo Werner starts up front for Chelsea, the German striker. And then I think later in this match, hopefully, if the results are going well, we'll see a Romelu Lukaku coming on for replacing Timo Werner, or maybe he'll replace Mount or Pulisic, and we'll see Werner and Lukaku on the pitch together, which would be super fun to see. And I've gone on long enough rambling, so let's get to the score predictions. Chelsea 1, Manchester United 0. That is my score prediction for this match. If you like this video, please subscribe. Drop a like, and you can even comment if you want. We would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the Talking Blues podcast wherever you listen, mainly Apple Podcasts and Spotify. On Apple Podcasts, you can give us a 5 stars rating and or write a review. We would really appreciate it. shipitstudios.com. That's shipitstudios.com/talkingblues. You can find all our links there. We also have some articles in the article page on shipitstudios.com. So if you want to go check those out, we're hoping YouTube content for the future, more match previews, the podcast episodes and match recaps, as well as player profiles. We're hoping to do those academy videos. We have all videos ideas, and we're hopefully going to be able to give that to you in the near future. So once again, appreciate you watching. Go Chelsea, a 1-0 victory. Show the sweatshirt once again. Go Chelsea, go Blues. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time on the Talking Blues YouTube channel.